Peter Wohlleben, The Inner Life of Animals, Love, Grief, and Compassion, Surprising Observations of a Hidden World. Step into the fascinating world of animals and explore their emotional lives through Peter Wohllben's book, The Inner Life of Animals, Love, Grief, and Compassion, Surprising Observations of a Hidden World. This summary will guide you through the intriguing similarities and differences between human and animal emotions. Learn about the evolutionary basis of emotions, our shared brain structures, and the consciousness that binds us. Discover the intricacies of animal behavior, the concepts of love and friendship among them, and how they experience pain, fear, and even self-awareness. This book summary will challenge your preconceptions, leaving you with a deeper appreciation for the emotional lives of the creatures that inhabit our planet.
Animal emotions. Exploring the similarities and differences between human and animal emotions. Are animal emotions comparable to human emotions? This book in summary aims to answer the question by shedding light on our common tendencies with other mammals regarding our brain and nervous system structures, especially when it comes to emotions. While there are distinct lines setting us apart from other living beings, our shared biological history implies that our emotions are somewhat the same. However, in many cases, these similarities have been misinterpreted, as humans tend to anthropomorphize animals, projecting human-like qualities onto them. As much as we are emotional beings, we are also complex creatures that are sometimes ruthless in our pursuit of survival, and this applies to other animals as well. This book in summary emphasizes how we should perceive these shared similarities not as evidence that animals feel exactly like humans, but rather as a starting point for exploring their emotional consciousness. Beyond good and bad, challenging our biased perspective of animals. Animals are often judged based on their usefulness or harm to us, but this perspective ignores their true nature. For instance, pigs are intelligent, clean, and can even detect if invading boars are related to them. We must move past our biased view of animals and see them without preconceptions. Animal communication, from dogs to gorillas. Some animal species are easier to understand than others. Dogs, horses, and gorillas are some examples of animals that can communicate through behaviors and/or sign language. However, smaller and less interesting animals such as weevils and tardigrades remain a mystery due to our lack of interest in studying them closely. We often overlook these species because we cannot relate to them and do not see their value to us. Despite this, scientists have made significant progress in decoding animal communication, providing us with a glimpse into their inner world. Emotional similarities between animals and humans. Animals and humans share similar emotional experiences, and their behavior is primarily influenced by instincts. Many people who argue against animal rights often declare that animals' emotions are inferior to ours. However, this is not the case because human emotions, like those of animals, are the result of body chemistry. For example, just like humans, animal behavior is primarily influenced by instinct. Instincts are essentially unconscious actions that circumvent conscious thinking. Some people may assert that animals do not have emotions, and their behavior is primarily driven by instincts. However, this argument is flawed because humans have instincts too. For instance, when someone touches a hot plate, their hands withdraw even before they are consciously aware. Furthermore, science has shown that our subconscious brains know what action we will take before we consciously make the decision. Animals and humans share this experience as they are both bound by the whims of subconscious instincts and free will. Thus, animals and humans are alike in many ways, especially when it comes to their emotional experiences. Complicated affection. Humans love animals, but animals may not love us back the same way. This relationship can turn complicated and even dangerous at times. Imprinting is an extreme form of bonding where animals think of humans as their mothers. Some animals voluntarily bond with humans, like Fungi the dolphin. However, breeding dogs for desired traits can lead to dangerous health issues like pugs not being able to breathe properly. Using pets as substitutes for human affection can also be harmful to animals. It's important to study animal emotions and behavior to understand our relationship with them better. The moral implications of animal consciousness. Animals and humans share similar emotional and physical responses to pain, which poses moral questions about animal rights. The limbic system, specifically the amygdala, exists in various species, and many animals have identical hormonal messenger substances to humans. While humans have higher consciousness than animals, the extent of consciousness is not well understood. Some argue that comparing human and animal feelings is impossible, while others, like Victoria Braithwaite, found evidence that fish can experience extreme pain. As there are still scientific gaps, should we not support the victim's side? These findings challenge us to consider animal consciousness, especially when it comes to the food industry and fishing. The self-awareness of animals. Animals are not only conscious of their emotions but also have a sense of self-awareness. Many animals can recognize and respond to their names, establishing lifelong bonds and developing personalized cries. The mirror test is a popular method of determining self-awareness in animals, and species like great apes, dolphins, elephants, pigs, and birds have passed the test. However, animals not passing the test doesn't indicate their lack of self-awareness. The findings suggest that animals deserve the same respect and decency as humans. Animal emotions and group living. Animals have emotions that are not just individual but also shaped by the way they live in groups. For instance, shame can only exist among animals that live in packs, and this helps to maintain social norms within the group. Similarly, animals that live in groups also have a sense of fairness and empathy. In one study, rats were found to experience pain more intensely if they had seen a fellow rat experiencing the same pain just beforehand. Conversely, their pain levels decreased if they were with rats that they had known for a long time and that had not been subjected to the same experience. The way that a species' lives shapes the emotions it experiences, and these emotions play a key role in maintaining social cohesion and cooperation within animal groups. Sociable animals. Animals that live together exhibit unique social behaviors that provide evolutionary advantages. This altruistic behavior is not automatic but rather voluntary, and it pays off by promoting cohesion and survival within the group. The vampire bats of South America, for instance, regurgitate food to feed those who have been unsuccessful in hunting, but only to those who have previously shown generosity to them. Similarly, jaybirds bury acorns for the winter and spring, but they are not above stealing from their neighbors if their supplies run out. Such behaviors require free will and an element of deceit, making them intricate and fascinating. Understanding the motives behind social behavior in animals can improve our understanding of our evolutionary past and teaches us how to properly coexist with other species. The sleep habits of animals. Animals, like humans, need sleep, and some can even sleep while flying. They also dream just like us, even the tiniest fruit flies. Researchers have studied rats and their brain activity during sleep, indicating that they dream about specific memories. Cats and dogs also dream, as was shown in the 1960s when cats were observed hissing and running in their sleep. Chickens sleep standing on a perch with their heads tucked, and swifts can nap in flight. While we may not know exactly what animals dream about, it's clear that they have their own adventures in their minds while sleeping. Animal souls. In this thought-provoking piece, the author ponders the question of whether animals also have souls. While one dictionary defines a soul as the principle of life, feeling, thought, and action in humans, the author believes that if we trust in evolutionary theory, we should also believe animals have souls. Moreover, animals are not only capable of feeling and sensing but also show some form of calculated intent. Herd animals, like goats or deer, even separate themselves from the herd when they're about to die, showing awareness of their mortality. The author argues that since evolution is a gradual process, it is impossible to fix a point in history where we broke our bonds with earlier life forms. Therefore, if we claim that humans have a soul, it's impossible to say animals don't. In conclusion, the author suggests that animals lead their own fascinating, complex, and rich lives and are blessed, like humans, with sensory and spiritual souls.
In The Inner Life of Animals, Peter Wohlleben invites us to consider the emotions and inner workings of animals from a different perspective. By examining our shared genetic history, brain structures, and compelling examples of emotional behavior in animals, we can gain greater understanding and empathy for these beings. From animal self-awareness to their experience of pain and fear, the book leaves us with not only a newfound appreciation for the complex lives of animals, but also questions about our moral obligations towards them. As we continue to learn more about the hidden worlds of animals, let us strive to treat them with the respect and dignity they deserve.